There are bodhisattvas, great beings, who, coursing in perfect wisdom, and purifying the path to enlightenment, course in the perfection of giving, etc. 2. In the perfection of wisdom. Sariputra. What is a bodhisattva's path to enlightenment? The Lord. When a bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, does not get at body, speech, or mind, at any of the six perfection, at the idea of disciple, pratyekabuddha, bodhisattva, or Buddha, then that is a bodhisattva's path to enlightenment, i.e. the non-apprehension of all dharmas. The bodhisattva who walks by that path and courses in the six perfections cannot possibly be crushed. Instructions about persistent indefatigability. All knowledge. Sariputra. Coursing how do bodhisattvas become uncrushable? The Lord. When a bodhisattva, who courses in the six perfections, does not put his mind to form, etc. 2. To the utmost right and perfect enlightenment, it is then that he grows in the six perfections and that he cannot be crushed by anything. There are bodhisattvas, great beings, who, having stood in perfect wisdom, fulfill all knowledge. All doors to the places of woe are closed to those who are endowed with that knowledge. They do not, among men, experience the misfortunes of poverty, and they do not take hold of such a personality by which they would become blameworthy in the world with its gods. Instructions about the full acceptance of the mahayanistic path. Cognition of the all-knowing. Sariputra. What is, on the part of a bodhisattva, the cognition of the all-knowing? The Lord. Endowed with that cognition, a bodhisattva sees, in each of the 10 directions Tathagatas, as many as the sands of the river Ganges, hears their demonstration of Dharma, honors their community, and sees the purity of their Buddha fields. But bodhisattvas who are endowed with that cognition have no notion of a Buddha, or of enlightenment, or of disciples or pratyekabuddhas, or of self or other, or of a Buddha field. A bodhisattva who is endowed with that cognition courses in each one of the six perfections, but he does not get at any of them. He develops the applications of mindfulness, etc. 2. The Buddha dharmas, but he does not get at any of them. Endowed with this cognition, a bodhisattva fulfills all Buddha dharmas, but he does not put his mind to any of them. Instructions about the 5 organs of vision. The 5 eyes. There are bodhisattvas who acquire and cleanse the 5 eyes. Which 5? The fleshly eye, the heavenly eye, the wisdom eye, the Dharma eye, the Buddha eye. Sariputra. What is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure fleshly eye? The Lord. There is the fleshly eye of a bodhisattva, which sees for 100 miles, for 200 miles, across Jambudvipa, a 4-continent world system, a world system consisting of 1. Worlds, a world system consisting of 1. Worlds, a world system consisting of 1. Worlds. This is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure fleshly eye. Sariputra. What is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure heavenly eye? The Lord. A bodhisattva wisely knows the heavenly eye of the gods, beginning with the 4 great kings. But the gods do not wisely know a bodhisattva's heavenly eye. With his perfectly pure heavenly eye he wisely knows, as it really is, the decease and rebirth of all beings in the world systems, numerous as the sands of the river Ganges, in each of the 10 directions. This is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure heavenly eye. Sariputra. What is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure wisdom eye? The Lord. A bodhisattva who is endowed with that wisdom eye does not wisely know any Dharma, be it conditioned or unconditioned, wholesome or unwholesome, faulty or faultless, with or without outflows, defiled or undefiled, worldly or supramundane. With that wisdom eye he does not see any Dharma, or hear, know, or discern one. This is the perfectly pure wisdom eye of a bodhisattva. Sariputra. What is a bodhisattva's perfectly pure Dharma eye? The Lord. Here a bodhisattva knows by means of the Dharma eye that this person is a faith follower, that person a Dharma follower, this person a dweller in emptiness, that person a dweller in the signless, that person a dweller in the wishless. The 5 cardinal virtues will arise in this person by means of the emptiness door to deliverance. In that person by means of the signless door to deliverance. In that person by means of the wishless door to deliverance. By means of the 5 cardinal virtues this one gazes upon the unimpeded concentration. By means of the unimpeded concentration he will produce the vision and cognition of emancipation. By means of the vision and cognition of emancipation he will forsake 3 fetters, i.e. the view of individuality, the contagion of mere rule and ritual, and doubt. He then is the person who is called a stream winner. After he has acquired the path of development, he attenuates sensuous greed and ill will. He is then the person who is called a once returner. Through making just this path of development preponderant and developing it, he will come to the forsaking of sensuous greed and of ill will. He is then the person who is called a never returner. Through making just this path of development preponderant and developing it, he will forsake greed for the world of form, greed for the formless world, ignorance, conceit and excitedness. He is then the person who is called an arhat. This is the perfectly pure Dharma eye of the bodhisattva, the great being. Moreover, a bodhisattva knows wisely that whatever is doomed to originate, all that is also doomed to stop. Coursing in perfect wisdom, he attains the 5 cardinal virtues. This is the perfectly pure Dharma eye of a bodhisattva. Moreover, a bodhisattva knows that this bodhisattva, who has had his first thought of enlightenment, who courses in the perfection of giving or in the perfection of morality, thereby acquires the virtues of faith and vigor. That, endowed with skill in means he acquires a personality at will, and becomes firmly based on his wholesome roots. This bodhisattva will be reborn among Brahmins, that one among nobles, that one among wealthy householders, and that one among the gods. He knows that, having abided among them, he will mature beings present them with everything that makes for happiness and purify the Buddha field, and that he will please the Tathagatas, honor, respect and revere them, and will not fall on the level of a disciple or the level of a pratyekabuddha. He knows that this bodhisattva will not turn back until he has known full enlightenment. This is the bodhisattva's perfectly pure Dharma eye. Moreover, a bodhisattva knows that these bodhisattvas have been predicted to full enlightenment, and those have not. These bodhisattvas are irreversible, and those are not. These bodhisattvas are in full possession of their super-knowledges, and those are not. This bodhisattva, in full possession of his super-knowledges, goes, in each of the 10 directions, to world systems numberless as the sands of the Ganges, and there he honors, respects, reveres and worships the Tathagatas. Go to numberless Buddha fields, and does not there honor, respect, revere and worship the Tathagatas. That bodhisattva, not in full possession of the super-knowledges, does not go to numberless Buddha fields, and does not there honor, respect, revere and worship the Tathagatas. This bodhisattva will become a recipient of the super-knowledges, that one will not. This bodhisattva will have a perfectly pure Buddha field, that one will not. This